Hello again. Here we are for our second video, and today we are going to explore different content sources. So as you can see here on the admin pages, admin page editor uh, top section, there's a bunch of content sources that you can use. Some of them are disabled now because I don't have those page builders active right now. But we can use the normal WordPress editor, which was the one we used on our previous example. We can use a HTML editor which supports PHP, and we will talk about that in a few seconds. And you can also use an external link, in which case when your client clicks here on the menu item, we will open an external URL. Maybe it's a Facebook group URL, maybe it's your website, the website of your agency, stuff like that. So let's see what we can do here using the HTML editor tab. The first thing you are going to see is that you get a new code editor with code completion and everything you need to write good HTML. It also validates the markup, so if you create there's something wrong with your tags, the editor will let you know. But here I really want to display how powerful this can be. So just so you can have an example of what you can put inside a admin page using Admin Pages Pro, we're going to bring this CodePen SVG animation to this page. Okay, so first we need to copy the HTML here, and we are just going to paste it here. You soon realize that this edit screen is basically a CodePen screen, because you can enter the HTML, the CSS, and the JS, and that's pretty much you need to bring any of the content you might find interesting on the web. Maybe it's you want to use Bootstrap with Bootstrap components. You can do that here. Just need to import the Bootstrap CSS files here, and the possibilities are really unlimited. So we'll have to pass the CSS here. Okay, and then we need to copy and paste the JavaScript. And you can also see here that on the JavaScript editor you also have completion. So let's save it and see what it does with our page. So it was saved. If we go here on the Start Here page, here we are. You could see that there's a small glitch here before it fills the entire screen. We can get rid of that by disabling the page margin, and I don't want this title to show up here, so I'm going to disable that here as well. So if we save that and go there, you can see that it fills the entire screen. There's a small scroll here, but I think that's because the viewport is using a hard-coded number. Let's see if that makes any difference. Okay, it didn't. But yeah, it's just an example of how powerful the HTML content source option can be, especially when you couple it with the CSS and JavaScript options as well. So let's try something different now. As I mentioned before, Admin Pages Pro also supports executing a PHP code. You can see here that we had a message telling you that PHP processing is not enabled by default. That's a security measure. But if you get this here, this definition here, and you place on your wp config, so here's the right file. If we place that here and we save here, just to refresh the page, you can see that we now have PHP enabled, so we can do all sorts of things here now. So let's start simple and display a welcome message. If we save that and we refresh the page here, you can see that it displays the welcome message, and you can actually still use all of those options that we had before, and you can use pretty much all PHP that you would use in any other PHP file of your theme or a custom plugin, for example. And of course the default WordPress functions are also available here. So yeah, that's the HTML editor option with PHP support. Let's see what we can do now with the external link content source. It's not really a content source, but yeah, you get the idea. So let's imagine that you have your agency have a website. So we have our wp-admin pagespro.com website, and here we have the option to open that on a new tab or not. I think that's a good icon for this. Visit our page, and if we update that here, you'll see that here the top has the label has changed, and if we click that, we get redirected to the page that we added there. You don't have to open it on a new tab. You can actually open it in the same tab. So if you Okay, so that was external link support. This is useful if you have, for example, a Facebook group page. You can get the Facebook logo here and Facebook group, and you can save it. And when people click that link, they're going to be redirected to the URL that you enter here. So, yep, that's external link support. See you guys on our next video.